Hey guys, I'm Siwi and welcome to my very chaotic first week on my new playthrough in Animal Crossing New Horizons. Now, just to preface, I'm not playing hard mode, but instead playing for completion. So if you haven't watched my last video, essentially I want to set up some goals for myself, like complete my museum, collect all of the recipes, all while trying to play daily and documenting my progress. So stick around to the end of the video to see that. Now, sit back, relax, and enjoy the absolute chaos of my first week. So we start off our new island, Valeria, with checking the mail. And we see we've got some mail from Mum, and we take the gift there, as well as some gifts from Nintendo, and I take those as well. Right after this, we go and take a photo to document the start of our new journey and redeem some Nook Miles goals, which takes me roughly to about, I think, 800 Nook Miles, which isn't too bad of a start. I quickly then open up the custom designs app and change my outfit so I don't look like I'm about to absolutely rob this island. Now we enter the tent and open up the gifts that we got. So we got some pears first up, which is really nice. The Animal Crossing New Horizons Switch and our first DIY recipe, which was awesome. And obviously we can't learn it just yet, but I put the Switch down so we have a bit of space in our inventory and our tent feels a little bit more homely and like our own before going out and meeting up with Shari, who gives us a leaf umbrella recipe. After that, we go shake some trees, and of course the first tree we shake is a wasp tree. And of course we get stung because we don't have a net and we're just too slow. We then make our way over to the bulletin board near resident services, and I found this there, which I have no idea how it got there, but I think, yeah, like and subscribe. Anyways, we then do some group stretching for the first time ever, which was really nice and relaxing and a lot of fun. And so we finally make our way to Tom Nook. Now we learn a lot from Nook, and he wants us to take his DIY workshop, which we will do of course. But first, of course, we have to go and grab the trash from the bin. So we get a cardboard box and a stick. And does anyone else remember Booker from Legate in Wild World? Because that's bringing me back. We then craft a flimsy fishing rod, and straight after a flimsy net and a campfire as well. We then quickly learn the leaf umbrella and DIY workbench that we couldn't before catching some bugs and fish to hand over to Tom Nook. Now, Tom Nook finally gives us the Critterpedia so we can document all of our bugs and fish and sea creatures that we catch in the hopes of finally getting Blathers to the island. Tom Nook finally gets the call from Blathers, which is absolutely amazing, and we go ahead and craft a flimsy axe. We then go and find the perfect temporary spot for Blathers' tent to be in, which he'll move into tomorrow. We then go back to Tom Nook and talk about our moving fees, which is 5,000 miles. Oh, insane. We then craft a few more things. So we craft a leaf umbrella, which I don't know why because it's not raining. We then craft some log stakes and a birdhouse. We go to Timmy, who we sell our grasshopper to for 160 bells. And then we decide we want to be interior designer queens, which I don't really understand why, because this is going to change probably about 1,000 times, and we're definitely not keeping the tent format. But you know what? I did it, and it's there, and we put our leaf umbrella out, which is really silly. And we have finally done enough to earn our 5,000 Nook Miles, which is absolutely amazing because now we can be debt-free, pay off our moving fees, and be done with Tom Nook for now. We then learn a slingshot recipe and craft one as well, ready to pop some balloons. We then bump into Lyman, who is not our favourite villager, but he gives us a hat, which is actually really nice, and it's an outdoor hat. It's orange, not my favourite, and we give him a little slap for that. We then find our first ever balloon, and we go use our new slingshot and see what's inside. Usually yellow, I think, is money, but let's see what we get. And opening the present, I think we've now become the richest people on the island, which is absolutely the goal before going back to Tom Nook and picking the colour of our roof, which I picked Aqua, which is a lovely colour and it's one of my favourites. And we get Nook Miles Plus, so every day now we're going to be completing some of these Nook Miles Plus goals to get more Nook Miles. We then go and catch some more bugs and fish, and we catch this horned dynasty. I don't even know how to really say it before going chatting to Shari. Now, Shari does comment on our face as we did get stung by a wasp earlier on in the video, and gives us a recipe for medicine, which is absolutely amazing. And we find our second balloon of the day. I don't know if we're really lucky, but let's have a look what it is. Opening it up, we find it's an underwater wall, and I've actually never seen an underwater wall before. I assume we might need some shells to craft it, but let's have a look. Yes, summer shells and coral, I think. We're definitely crafting this and seeing what it looks like. We then go to Nook Terminal and we order a few things. So KK Step, and I think we also order a tulip hat, just to replace the one that Lyman gave us because that was really ugly. Sorry, Lyman. Now, to wrap up a very busy day one, I thought I would send some letters to the two islanders we have, Shari and Lyman, and of course I send the most heartfelt message to Lyman because he is my favourite villager of all time, and I really hope he enjoys this letter. We then start off day 2 with Tom Nook telling us that Blathers is finally joining the island, which is really exciting, and we go ahead and check our mail. So we pick up all of our Nook shopping items that we bought yesterday, as well as a Happy Home Academy gift. Now, our room has now gotten a little bit bigger and we finally have a house, so I'm just going to chuck everything to the corners, and then we're going to have a look at that tulip hat that we bought, and we're going to swap the outdoors hat that Lyman gave us for this tulip hat. We then head over to Tom Nook, who gives us our very first Nook Miles ticket, so we can now go to islands, do villager hunts, and farm resources. When chatting to Timmy, he tells us we need a bunch of resources to give him as well to open up his shop, which will be our main aim for today and tomorrow. So while we're out collecting resources, Shari actually called us over and gave us a shovel, which was actually really good because soon after we found the money rock. So we collected a bit more coins there before bumping into Lyman as well, who gave us a little head start on some of the iron nuggets that will be the problem to collect. We then found a message in a bottle from Opal, which is a faraway reader, and we got the rustic stone wall, which we'll probably craft, but I'm not too excited about that. We then found our very first money hole, and we put that 1,000 bells right back into the hole and buried it up, and hopefully we'll get a money tree soon. Now, after spending some of our hard-earned Nook Miles points, we finally got the pretty good tools recipes because I was getting really sick and tired about all of our tools breaking so quickly. We then say g'day to Blathers for the very first time on the island and welcome him in before he gives us the recipe for the vaulting pole, so now we can go about and look around the island. He then tells us we need to donate 15 fish and bugs to him, which we do very quickly, and finally we've reached the requirement for him to set up the proper museum over the next few days, which will be a huge improvement to the island, which is very exciting. We then thank you to Blathers craft the vaulting pole, and you know what? I think it's time for us to go exploring a little bit. And when I mean exploring where we're going to have our house. Now, this was the peninsula in the first video that I really wanted, and I think this is the most beautiful part of the island, every single island, right at the top corner where you just have the ocean and it's kind of tranquil and all by yourself. I absolutely love it and I can't wait for my house to be there. So I was running low on a few resources like iron nuggets to give to Timmy and Tommy to create their shop, so I thought I'd use the one Nook Miles ticket that Tom Nook gave us to go to an island and farm the resources essentially. And I definitely, guys, I was not expecting what I saw, and you will see in about 5 seconds who our first villager is. I actually couldn't believe it, and I don't think I even noticed at this point who it was until I came back around and saw it was iron. Now, I was in shock because I haven't played 2.0 version of Animal Crossing, guys, so I actually never had the opportunity to see this villager before, and I could not believe that this was the first Nook Mouse ticket we got ever, and we didn't even buy it. It was a gift from Tom Nook, so thank you, Tom Nook, for Ione, our very first invited villager onto Valyria. And then we do what we came here to do and drain this island of its resources so we can take it all the way back to Valeria and plonk them all on the island to donate, use, and we go ahead and plant some coconut trees, which we didn't have. So this is quite new for us. We then feel like we need to go revamp our little home. I don't know why, but anyways, we go ahead and we finally buy the tool ring, which will make our life a whole lot easier, and we go ahead and put all of our tools onto that as well. We then chat to Timmy and give him some softwood, and he gives us a plaid shirt, which we put on, and now we have a proper shirt, which is really exciting. We then end off the day, our day 2, with chatting to Shari and Lyman as well, who are walking about. We then start off day 3 with the Valeria Museum being constructed, which is really exciting, but unfortunately means we can't donate any of our items to the museum. Of course, our very first thing to do is check our mail, which we have a letter from Lyman, and I think this is probably the most funniest letter I've ever received. To my favorite rival, Sui. Like, just that line itself, it's hilarious. And then the ending of stay hydrated. Like, I don't really understand Lyman, but thank you so much. Sad I didn't get a gift though. Anyways, we found a present and we opened it up, and what we found was, I think, a little bit more money, which is always good to have, and we're actually becoming a little bit rich now. And then we finally go ahead and donate our 30 iron nuggets, which is the last resource we need for the shop to be created for Timmy and Tommy. So Timmy gives us the tent to place down somewhere on the island. Now we find this perfect spot, and it's actually right near the museum, and this is once again temporary, but it's good for now. We then find this epic Rossetti model that I had to buy, no questions asked, and then we went ahead and redeem some of our Nook Miles points that we've earned, because we need to be getting a bunch of these to go on a villager hunt later on in the week. We had a morning group stretching session with the squad, which was really, really nice, before shaking a wasp down and going on the most epic run I think ever. This went on for way too long until I found that present, and then I just committed to the present and got stung. And I really hope this present was good because we got stung for it, and opening it up it was clay, so I was a bit disappointed in that. I then enter my house and I want to open up some of the items that we bought from the Nook terminal. So we got the New Year decoration. We also got this glittery microphone, which I've never seen this before. So when I realized I think you can use it as a tool, I became very interested in it, and I decided to give it a whirl on our very own favourite villager Lyman, and you can tell Lyman was impressed, 100%. We then crafted the underwater wall finally when we got it from day 1, and I think it looks pretty cool. I love how the fish move around, pretty epic. And then to wrap up the day, being inspired by our new underwater wall, we used a bit of fish bait and went fishing. Now, I don't think we caught too many exciting things, but it was just nice and relaxing to end off day 3. So day 4 started off with a cracking start. We got the museum done. We got the shop for Timmy and Tommy up and ready. We also got the catalogue for Nook shopping, so there was a bunch of stuff to explore. But first off, of course, we have to check our mail. And we finally got one from Daisy May, so we know that she is coming on Sunday, and we are going to get absolutely rich on this stalk market. Mark my words, you guys will see, we will be rich. Then looking at the other mail, we have a present from Nook Inc. for doing a lot of group stretching, which we do daily, so that was a good reward for that. And then I think we also got something from the Nook Mileage program for using that quite often. Yeah, we wish to express your gratitude for continued use of the Nook shop. So that was nice to see, and we'll take the gift from that. Then I think we'll have a look at what we actually got, and I think we got a leotard for doing some stretching. So I'll put that on, and I think that would look really, really nice. And it does. We then head off into our house, put some stuff away, put some stuff on the walls, and we begin our Rossetti shrine right in the center of the room. Then Lyman wants to chat to us and he introduces us to in reactions, which is absolutely amazing because we didn't have that until now. We can finally really interact with the villagers. So I think we have Joy. The next one we have and that we try out is Surprise, which is always a nice one. Then we have Greetings, and then finally the last one is Delight. We then go ahead and say hello to Sahara again, who is on our island one more time to sell us some rugs and wallpaper, mysterious or not. So we buy all of them. I'm really keen to check them out and see what we get this time, because last time we got some good stuff. So finally we have the circuit wall, which it's okay, I think. We then have the earth rug, which it does look cool, but I don't think I'm the biggest fan of the earth rug. The yellow Persian rug, I think, is probably my favorite. It's one of the bigger rugs that they sell, but I think I really like it. And then the last one of the rugs is the bath mat, which is okay. It's very small. Maybe if I had a bath, like a specific room, I would use it. And then the last one is this chocolate flooring, which I think is really cute and I'll keep. We then send, of course, another letter to Lyman and a really sweet message this time. And of course, we had to give him a gift. We didn't give him a gift before, but you know, he deserves a gift. We do some dailies and, you know, chop some wood and go hit some rocks. And guys, if you haven't already thought about liking or subscribing, please consider doing so. It would mean a whole lot. And oh, look, we got some gold. We then spent some time clearing out the front of our house, which we stored all of our fish and bugs and fossils, and we gave them all to Blathers. Look how many I had in my inventory. Absolutely, we needed to donate these and just get the museum started because I want to complete it and we need to start it sometime. Now, Mabel comes to join us on the island and say hello to Timmy and Tommy and myself, which is really excited. So I'm very excited to buy some clothes or, you know, custom make them or something because I do not look cute at the moment. We then overhear Tom Nook chatting about the getaway package to a few, I only can assume villagers, but it's very exciting because now we get to place the homes down and Ione can finally join the island, as well as us going on a few villager hunts, which is very, very good for us. We then quickly check the recycling bin, of course, and find some clay. We also find the money hole and put some 10,000 bells in, so hopefully we get 30,000 bells there. We then finally get to go diving and having a look at all the creatures that we can catch or collect on the island, which is really cool. This is my first time, I think, ever diving. Like, I never played the 2.0 update, so this was really fun to go around the island from a different perspective in the water and, you know, just experience some different life in the sea, which is really cool. So after collecting our sea grapes, we go back to Tom Nook and he gives us the bridge construction kit, which finally we can put a bridge down on the island, which means we don't have to keep using our vaulting pool constantly to get around. So I put it here specifically for the purpose of us terraforming later on, so the bridge doesn't get in the way of where I want the river to kind of flow. Then finally, we get 3 housing kits. So finally we get some more villagers joining us on the island, which is really good. And I start to think about where I want to put them. And of course it's going to be right by the beach because we're going to be doing terraforming and I don't really know what I want my island to look like right now. So we are tasked now with collecting and crafting all of the items that we need for this first lot or plot to be ready for a villager to move in, and I think that's what Tom Nook is telling us to do now. I've got some ideas. Stupendous. Be sure to check the box in front, and the interior item should be placed in the box, and the exterior on the outside. So I fast forwarded it a little bit, and we donated or placed our final interior item, which was the pot. So we're now ready for a villager to move in and to go villager hunting, which was really exciting. So we go chat to Tom Nook, tell him how it's going, and it's all going really, really smoothly for now, which is really exciting. And I think we're going to put the two other lots where we put the first one. So going to check the lot, actually, we saw a sold sign on it. And checking, we thought it was Ione, but no, it's Cube. I don't know why it autofilled to somebody else and not Ione, especially the first lot. But if you guys know, leave it down in the comments below as to why this happened, because I'm really curious and I had no idea. So unfortunately on day 5, Cube has moved in, so we have to go check up on Cube. But luckily we got some 75,000 bells from selling a few things the day before, which is really good. We continued watering our flowers so that they can grow, and doing a bit of fishing and other things around the island, which was really nice in the morning. Then we bumped into Crazy Red, or just Red, I think, on Animal Crossing New Horizons that they call him. So finally we get to purchase some art. I am so excited because I love the art in this game. It's just so realistic, like real life. So I really want to, have some for myself as well as donate it to the museum. Now going into his dingy, dingy little boat or dinghy, Jolly Treasures for Crazy Red, I picked the moving painting because it was the largest one. 5,000 bells, not too much. We are quite wealthy now, so we spent the bells on this painting, and I will probably be donating this to the museum, of course. We then have a look at his other items and buy both the cypress plant and the gnome, just to catalogue it and have it in our inventory. And then we see Lyman, and of course we have to chat to our mate Lyman. And he luckily gives us a manhole cover, which thank you so much Lyman, but not very helpful. And we give him a pull-up bar stand, which is exactly what he wanted, because we are the nicest people. And he gives us a garden tank, not to impress Lyman, not at all. Like, even I think putting on the tank, not my favorite. We then find a present though and open it up, and it's a shell one, so we'll definitely be crafting that. And Shari is also crafting something, which is really cool. So we finally learnt a bird cage as well, which we'll probably have to craft at some stage. We then say hello begrudgingly to Cube. I don't know how you made it on this island, Cube, but you're gonna get out soon and fast. So don't unpack, Cube. Don't unpack. I don't know why I went to talk to him twice. Just in case he wanted to leave. We did a bit more group stretching as well as we do every single day, and then did some dailies. And we caught what kind of shark is this? Nah, she blows a whale shark. So we've been catching a few of those summer fish, which is really nice. Now, my strategy for the next few days is to collect as many Nook Miles points as humanly possible so that we can go on a villager hunt and we can get as many Nook Miles tickets as we can, because I don't want the same situation happening with Cube where we just accidentally autofill. And I know we're going to get Ione as the second villager, so it's really the third villager that we're going to be hunting for, and we just need to get a whole load of Nook Miles for it. So that's my goal for the next few days. So we start off day 6 with, of course, checking our mail, and we have one from Red, and it's the moving painting we bought yesterday, so we'll donate that to the museum a little bit later. Then we're trying to craft something, of course, a villager comes up and it's our new villager Cube, which we say hello to. Of course, we're still not happy and still a little bit traumatized from the day before, but that's okay. Cube gives us a gift, and it's a palm tree lamp. I've actually never seen this before, and looking at it, it's actually quite cool, and it's one of the better presents that we've gotten from villagers, so thank you so much, Cube. We then do a few more chores and things around the island, trying to get our Nook Miles tickets up, so we catch this Queen Alexander birdwing and donate the moving painting as well to Blathers. We then have a chat to Mabel, who is finally on our island, so we can finally buy some clothing, which is really exciting. Some of the stuff she had was okay, But we're just going to buy everything just to have it in the catalogue. And I do like those green glasses. I think the drinking straw glasses, that's actually really fun. And I've never seen that before. Why have I never seen anything before in this game? Oh my goodness. And they look pretty cool. So I think we're going to be rocking this for the day maybe. And great timing as well. We see the present in the air, so we grab our slingshot to smack it down on the ground. And of course, our slingshot breaks. Oh, so annoying. I hate that. Opening up the present, we have the Starry Sands flooring, which once again I've never seen. So that's pretty cool. We then did our daily group stretching, of course, and I think this was one of the Nookmal Plus goals that we had to do. So we're just doing as much as we can before we go villager hunting today, which is super, super exciting! And here we are, villager hunt time. We have accumulated 34,000 Nookmal's points to redeem, and hopefully that is enough to find one of our dreamies, which I'll put up on the screen now. Fingers crossed we get one of these villagers at least. I think, you know, we're going to have 20 tickets to work with, so we might just take whatever's on the 20th ticket, but fingers crossed we get a really good villager. Oh, I don't know, I have a good feeling, but we'll see. Okay, let's do this. Ticket number 1, our first island. Who will we get? Fingers crossed it's going to be someone good, but I think it takes us a little while to find where the villager is, because this one's a weirdly shaped island, and we got one of the monkey villagers, and I think this one's name is Tammy. We have never met Tammy before, which is crazy. We've never had Tammy before on an island, but I don't think Tammy will be joining us on Valyria this time round, unfortunately. On our ticket number 2, we see we have one of the anteaters. Now, I'm not too familiar with this villager. I can't even guess it at the moment, and we get stuck behind a tree for some reason. And now walking over to the villager, it's Annabelle. Once again, Annabelle's probably not going to make it to Valeria, but it was nice to say hello and meet her. Now, ticket number 3, we have a look around, see where the villager is, and we get a hippo villager. For the first time, we see our first hippo in a nice purple trench, I think. And it's Bubbles. Very cute name, but Bubbles, unfortunately, once again, you're not joining us. Ticket number 4, we have another anteater, Pango. Once again, I don't think we're going to have any anteaters on our island, and we're going to leave Pango behind on our 4th ticket. Ticket number 5, looking around, we have Peanut. Oh my goodness, fuchsia coloured Peanut. Very cute villager Peanut. I was thinking about it for a little bit, but it's not one of my dreamies and not what I envisioned for this island, so I'm so sorry, Peanut. It makes me really sad, but we have to let you go. Alright, now ticket number 6, we're having a look around, seeing who it could be, and fingers crossed we get somebody really, really good in on our dreamy list, but it looks like we have Sprinkle. Now, we already have a penguin villager who auto-filled on the island cube, so I don't think we're going to get another penguin, so sorry Sprinkle, unfortunately you won't be coming to Valeria. Now, ticket number 7, we have a look around, and it's Wendy. Now, I like Wendy. I like the blue wool she has, but not my favorite, and not a huge fan. So I think we ran around ticket number 8 island for a long time before we came across Victoria, but we finally said hello. Very cute horse villager, but I'm not the biggest fan of them either, so Victoria is unfortunately not going to come with us. Alrighty, ticket number 9, having a look, we do have Puddles. Now, I was actually very tempted to take Puddles, like Peanut, very cute pink villager, but it's just, I guess, not the aesthetic I'm going for, I don't know. Don't come for me, but we also find a message in a bottle from Static, which is really cool with the DIY, and we learn the iron hanger stand, which we didn't have before. So we finally hit the 10 ticket mark, and You will not believe my shock when we found Shino. I could not believe it only took us 10 tickets, guys. 10 tickets to find one of my dreamies and a 2.0 villager. So now we have two 2.0 villagers, Shino and Ione on our island. And I've never played 2.0 before, so this was a huge win and I was so excited. I was like shaking. But absolutely insane. I am so happy we found Shino. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe it. Look how cute Shino is. Perfect villager, super super cute, and absolutely come live on my island. So after a really successful villager hunt, we start making the plots for Shino and Ione, and start collecting and crafting all of the furniture required for them to move in, which is really exciting. And guys, let me know in the comments below what villager you would have picked during that villager hunt that we just did with our 10 tickets. We then go and chat to Tom Nook, who we tell we have finished crafting and building everything for the new villagers. And as promised, he gives us some fencing, which is really nice, so we can start putting that up around the island. Now, of course, as we were burnt before with Cube, we go down and we just make sure that we have the right villagers joining us on the island. So we do have Shino coming in plot number 2, and then having a look at plot number 3, we quickly take a look and it's Ione, of course, so very happy about that. Now we kick off our final day of the week in Valyria, and it's Cube's birthday, which is really exciting, as well as Shino is moving in. So we have a lot to do today, as well as we have unlocked customization as well, so we'll take a look at that. We then get our phone ringing, and it is Tommy telling us that we have $42,000 being sent to us, which is really, really good as well. We are getting a lot of money, and we'll need that to buy some turnips as well. So Happy Home Academy actually sent us a gift, and we are S tier. I've never been S tier before, so that's actually really cool. And we finally chat to Daisy May, and we spend our whole life savings on these turnips. So I was looking online to see if 92 was a good price for the turnips, and it looks like it's on the lower side. So I am happy to be spending all our money on this in the hopes of getting a big return throughout the week. So I know we have to chat to Timmy and Tommy, I think, in the morning and evening every day just to check on the prices. So we'll be doing that next week. We then put all of the turnips that we got in our house. Now guys, if you have a better suggestion of where to store turnips, just let me know, because it's taking up a lot of room. We then chat to Mabel, who is once again on our island, and we buy out the whole shop, just to catalogue and make sure we have all of the items. We then go to Tom Nook, who teaches us about customization finally. So now some of the furniture that we get and the furniture that we craft, we can now change colors of, and we can, make it a little bit more aesthetic and to what we like, which is really nice. We then go say g'day to Shino, who is moving in on the island, and look at the house, look at the wallpaper and flooring. I love the aesthetic. Oh, so good. Shino is going to be one of our forever villagers on our island, and we won't be getting rid of her. So I am very, very happy and so excited. And oh my god, the dialogue that she has, she says adorbs. That is the cutest thing ever. So I can't wait to be best friends with Shino. Now, despite us not loving Cube, of course it's his birthday, so we have to go in and say happy birthday, and Lyman is here as well. They are wearing some funky outfits. What are those? I don't know what those glasses are, Lyman, but yeah, they're really interesting. But yeah, we give Cube a present and we say happy birthday, and I think that's all we do with Cube. And now I wasn't going to keep this group stretching clip in, but Lyman's wearing the birthday suit that he was wearing to Cube's birthday, so I thought that was a really interesting fact. Now we head on over to Harv's Island for the first time, and this is where we get to be a photographer and essentially make up some rooms, mock up some scenarios, and take photos with our villagers, which is really cool. Now, I love the aesthetic of Harv's Island itself. It's just really nice and cute and very hippie-like. So we say hello to Harvey, and it's nice to see Harvey again, and he welcomes us onto the island in his photopia. So we go inside and we start playing a little bit around with some of the options that we have. Now I customize a room with some of the furniture and items that we've collected so far. I know at the moment we don't have too much, so we'll be definitely coming back here when we get a lot more items as well. And of course we invite Shino to take a cute photo with us with our matching sunnies. Now our phone is ringing and Harvey chats to us after we visit the island. And guys, I didn't know this, but apparently you get posters from bringing your villagers to Harv's Island. So do not miss out on that, because I had no idea about this before. So this was a really nice surprise. And if you look Nook shopping, you can buy them for $1,000, which is really, really cool. We then got the design bug and we decided to redecorate our whole room because I feel like it needs a little bit of a refresh and an update based on all of the items we got over the week. So we spent a little bit of time on that to end off our last day. And here's the big reveal. This is the house after day 7, the final finished small room that we have. It looks really cool, and we have the lamp that Cube gave us and the Rossetti model as well, and the Animal Crossing New Horizons Switch. And I quite like it. It's quite small, like apartment living. We don't have too much, but it's quite nice. Alright guys, if you've made it this far, yes, we've done it. Our first week on Valyria is done, and it's time to do a quick recap. So we are using the ACNH guide app on our phone, and it's a free app to document our progress. And essentially we have 70 recipes, about 4 albums now, I didn't update that, 122 items and 4 reactions. We also have 30 bugs and 30 fish, 13 sea creatures, 20 fossils, and 1 piece of art. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you haven't already considered commenting, liking or subscribing, please consider doing so. It would help out this channel a lot, and it would mean so much to me. So thank you all so much for being here, and I will see you guys in the next one.